Hey guys, this is Meggie.
And this is Kyle.
From The Walking Dead News.
The Walking Dead News!
Welcome to our weekly episode review, and tonight we are reviewing episode 3.11. Woo! So, we first off want to know, what did you guys think of the episode? Send us your comments and feedback to our YouTube, Facebook, or
Twitter page.
He's on top of this, guys.
I am.
But first off, if you're just tuning into us for the first time, we talk spoilers.
Spoilers, guys. There's a lot of spoilers in this. So there's a spoiler. Don't watch it if you haven't watched the episode yet.
So don't complain if you don't want to hear what happened in tonight's episode.
Yeah, because they're spoilers. And if I see one comment talk about spoilers, I'm going to spoil your ass. No, I'm not.
No. He's worse than a zombie. So, let's start off. Kyle, how do you want to start off tonight's review?
Let's start off on how they didn't have a reunion in the beginning of the episode.
Oh, because I was mad about that?
Yeah, you were mad about that.
So, obviously, we watched the show together, and it starts right off into the episode. And Daryl has just recently come back and brought Merle with him. And I was really hoping they would show a reunion of how they reacted to seeing Daryl being back and how they reacted to seeing Merle there, because they almost all hate him. And they didn't really show everyone's reaction. Were you disappointed in that?
I was disappointed that they even came back in the last episode, because I still think they should have been gone for one more episode. I love Daryl, don't get me wrong, but I'm tired of him being this hero that everybody's bowing down to and loving for him. So I wish he would have been gone longer than what he was gone for. And I just think it would have been better that way. Then that way we wouldn't have to worry about this reunion thing. They could have went into another episode talking about how everybody felt about it. I mean, they brought up Merle a couple times, but I felt like they didn't really explain how they were actually feeling about him being there. I felt like there should have been more reaction to the way that he was in the prison facility, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it would have been fun to see Michonne and Glenn and Rick and everybody else just react to how Merle is now on their... Well, Rick was the one who brought him in, but to seeing Merle on the property of the jail, I would have liked to see that. And yes, we did get a little reunion time with Carol and Daryl, but still didn't seem to be justice enough for me. What do you guys think about that? Let us know.
I understand why they didn't have the reunion thing, because, you know, they're worried about the governor coming back and killing them all and finding ways into it, but then I still feel like there could have been at least a minute thing being like, just hurry up and get in there, just stop worrying about it, let's go, we got to get stuff situated. Mm-hmm. I feel like they could have at least went into that a little bit and not... I felt like this episode was a little dragged out. I felt like they spent a little bit too much time on certain things that shouldn't have been sought out. Because when Andrea came back, I always call her Lori. When Andrea came back, they were freaking out and like, no, you got to get down on the ground, we got to search you and make sure ain't nobody else with you. And I understand that, but why didn't they do that with Merle and Daryl also? I know they saw them walk away, but who knows what they could have brought themselves. So I felt like that could have been a little better situated.
Well, Kyle brings up another good subject. Want to start talking about Andrea and her return to the group, pseudo-return. Well, we see her have a conversation with the governor about how Rick and his members are, quote, bloodthirsty.
Bloodthirsty.
And she's like, no, they're my friends. I know these people. That's not what they're like. You could tell she wasn't believing what the governor was saying, but I think in that moment when she walked up, she was hoping for a happy, oh my God, you're alive, oh my God, we missed you, but what she got was something completely opposite and kind of terrifying. She looked terrified in her face, and when Rick grabbed her and put her on the ground, that was intense, and I think it woke her up and was like, wow, these people have changed, wow, they've gone through a lot. The governor was kind of right in that aspect, but the governor's also been lying to her about a lot of other things.
Very vindictive.
He's manipulative.
Yes.
So it was interesting to watch Andrea be greeted. I think it scared her, and it was kind of sad. And
yeah, because she's awesome. And nobody sees that.
It's got a
because
hard on
I can't wait until she kills the governor, and then you guys are like, "Oh, I love Andrea," and I'm gonna be like, "Shit, you weren't there when at the beginning."
really think Kyle's the only person on Earth who still has love for Andrea. I know you're mad at her because you were yelling in the episode.
Yeah, because I wanted her to stab him in the fucking neck.
Let's not get there yet. That's towards the end.
We're getting there.
But
I also want to point out the makeup for the curb stomp was absolutely amazing. Greg Nicotero, you're absolutely amazing. That's all I gotta say.
did anybody else watch the making of that scene on The Talking Dead? Because we did.
Yes, and it was awesome because it was a huge ass puppet that I think is sweet.
It was intense. I really love... The Talking Dead can be silly at times, but I really love watching the behind-the-scenes stuff that they show us. I think it's fun.
I feel like it's very informative.
Definitely. So if you guys don't watch that after The Walking Dead, I think you should, at least for the behind-the-scenes stuff. So check that out.
Yeah, Chris Hardrick's a funny guy, too, so...
But more on Andrea in the prison, because that was pretty big.
I think the only person that came with her with open arms was Carol. Carol was like the only one that was like, "Oh, I missed you, la-di-da-di-da."
And I do think Carl looked a little confused on how to react.
Yeah.
He just kind of stood there thinking...
I felt like he just kind of went with how everybody else went with it. He was like, "Okay, I shouldn't act this way. I shouldn't be this happy to see her." But inside, I'm sure... I don't know. He's getting cold, too, though. He's starting to just be like, "All right, let's kill him. Let's kill him. Let's kill him."
But he's being like his father. He
Well,
has
we'll
a
get
good
to that.
father
We'll get to
figure.
But back on Carol, what did you guys think on this? And Kyle and I have had this conversation before we started doing this episode tonight. I believe, it really touched me when... I know it shouldn't touch me because it's kind of sadistic.
It didn't touch it.
But it really hit me in a spot when Carol told Lori that she needed to sleep with the governor and give him the best night of his life and then take him out. Because it's true.
Yes, it is.
As a woman, you don't know what it's like.
I don't.
As a woman, men are always portrayed to have more skills and more strengths and are more leaders and powerful. And, you know, they tower over us. Fucker. But I think there is one power that women have over men any day, and it is sex. Oh, God, you're immature. But we love you for it. Sex is a power that women can hold over men.
Because you guys cannot tell me when Lori got up from that bed, Andrea got up from that bed. Her real name's Lori Holden. That's the reason why I keep calling her Lori. When Andrea got up out of that bed, butt naked, looking beautiful as hell, in that moonlight, with that knife against his neck, you can't tell me that isn't a more perfect way to die. So it's completely fine.
But, so when Carol said that, it was genius, because he would not see it coming, at least... Well, the governor might because he's crazy, but most men...
Well, hold on. It depends on which side, because I don't think he could see out one side.
You know, he could hear.
Still, he can't see it. He's a little blind, because Michonne's a badass and just stabbed that
Let me
motherfucker
finish
in the
my
eye.
thing.
Go.
When she said that, it was true, because women... He would not see it coming. He would not believe that she had the balls to do that. Most men wouldn't. And also, it touched me because Carol said that so straight-faced to Andrea... You know that she had thought about doing that to her husband, Ed. I believe that was his name. She thought about that after all the times he beat her and verbally and physically beat her. You know she thought about that daily, about I can just kill him in his sleep. So I was like, do it. So when she didn't do it, it was bad. We were all bad.
I just know the episode's coming, though. Andrea's going to kill his ass, and I'm ready.
It's probably not going to be that way, because obviously they wouldn't do that whole scene again. But it's going to be big.
It's going to be awesome. I hope she takes out his other eye, at least. Keeps it as a trophy, puts it on a little keychain. Be awesome.
And another big thing that we noticed tonight was the conversation between Rick and Carl. And Carl coming to Rick and telling him, Dad...
You gotta stop. You gotta step down, man. I don't remember the line exactly.
Dad, you need to stop.
Yes. You need to stop being a leader. There we go. That's it. You need to stop being a leader. As the Talking Dead brought up good point. Chandler Riggs actually said he thinks that Carl is getting embarrassed by his dad because he's starting to lose his mind, which I think is absolutely amazing. But it is a good point. I think if I was a kid and my dad was just losing it and like everybody's counting on him, but they can't count on him anymore, it's completely understandable. So I feel like that was a good place for him to say that. And you notice at the end of the show that he was like, Rick was like, hey, I think we're going to take Michonne and Chandler Riggs, Carl. I had to get it. And to go on this trip wherever they're going. They didn't really say. And Emily Beth on The Talking Dead said that she couldn't even say either. So next week we will find out.
So it looks like Carl is turning into a man very quickly, but
he grew some testicles at a very young age.
They've dropped.
Boom. Boom.
Went from here from season 2 to here in season 3. But so it's a big turning point. Next week we will see what happens with Rick, Michonne, and Carl. Saw some sneak peeks tonight.
Yes.
Definitely looks like this episode is another filler episode coming up. But, I mean, we all know that The Walking Dead is notorious for amazing endings.
Definitely.
We won't be disappointed. So,
Andrea's going to kill the governor. I can't wait for you all to be back on her side, because I'm going to be like, bitch, I told you.
And to know that we're just normal fans like you, we wanted to share a little something about each of us. Hold on, wait for it. Well, you all know who's on my chest tonight, and he's always on my chest on Sunday nights.
It's not me, I wish.
Oh, that sounded bad. The Lord on Sunday, Daryl on my chest. Ooh. Anyways, we're just normal fans like you, and we all know that I'm Daryl and Norman Reedus fan, and he is a
Lori Holden Andrea fan.
So check out our, and we've had this on this way for months.
Yes.
Check out our screensavers on our iPhones.
Oh, you can't see
Oh, we both got messages!
Dang
it!
Whatever.
Fail! Hold
on. Hold on. I have Lori Holden, that's all you need to know. There she is, that beautiful woman.
And I have Norman
Reedus.
Courtesy of Kyle, actually. He was nice and sent me this picture, and I fell in love with it immediately.
Yep.
So yeah, just to share our little geek side with you. Zombie. Sorry we're not in makeup, but we'll get there. Trust me, Andrew Stout has got some awesome stuff and makeup coming for us.
So we'll see you guys next week on The Walking Dead News.
Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.